Hey everybody, this is Jason Akers again with Green Acres Pest Control, and by the title of the video, this is going to be a little bit of information on how you can stop getting bed bugs. People who are chronic, you may have had bed bugs in the past, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, maybe even a year or so ago, and you continue to have problems bringing bed bugs into your home. This is hopefully going to be a video that can help you out. If you like the channel, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, think about subscribing to my channel. I try to post videos pretty regularly, about once a week or every other week. Sometimes I have 2 or 3 videos that go up in a week. I'm thinking about going ahead and putting up a couple this week, just as the thoughts come to me or as questions are asked. This is going to be a video on how to stop getting bed bugs forever. And I know that sounds kind of impossible, but I'm going to explain, and if you stick through to the end of the video, you'll understand exactly what I mean on how you can actually triplex bed bugs forever. Number one, let's say you live in a duplex, quadplex, triplex apartment building, hotel, wherever you happen to be living, and your neighbors have bed bugs, and they're coming through the walls, or you're seeing them sporadically. Let's say you've gotten an exterminator. Exterminator's come through. He's sprayed your apartment. He's eliminated your bed bugs. He's done a really good job. You haven't seen bed bugs in weeks. All of a sudden, you start seeing bed bugs again. It's the exterminator's fault. Is it? Really? This is one of the things you have to understand about bed bugs. One, they do have a breed cycle. The eggs can hatch anywhere from 6 to 10 days, and they can take up to 4 months to hatch. So if you have an exterminator and he came in and he sprayed your apartment once, and then 3 or 4 weeks go by and you haven't had any bites, and then all of a sudden you start getting bit again, it's not really the exterminator's fault, because it sounds to me like the bed bugs were dying because they stopped biting you, and all of a sudden either eggs hatched or you had more come in from a neighboring apartment. Now, once you eliminate your bed bugs and your neighbors have bed bugs, you can't really stop them from coming from next door. So you need to try to look into maybe getting a single family house where you could, you don't have neighbors right next door through the wall, or through the ceiling or through the floor that the bed bugs could be coming from. And I know that doesn't work for everyone's budget. But so just in case, I'm going to give you a little advice, just in case that you cannot, get into a single family home or rent a single family home, you can go in to trying to get some preventative maintenance. If you've got an exterminator and he's done a really good job and he's eliminated your bed bugs, mostly, gotten rid of your bed bug problems, but they're continuing to come from outside sources, then you may want to think about preventative pest control. Monthly pest control is pretty cheap. It's really affordable. Most companies, even your big box companies, like they a lot of times they can offer you pretty affordable deals where you can continue to have the bed bugs be eliminated as they get into your apartment before they actually infest, get on your beds and your box springs and cause you, stress. Let's say you live in a single family home and you have bed bugs. Then honestly, this is going to hurt, and I'm going to be very frank. You're the problem. You're the reason you have bed bugs. The reason you have bed bugs is because of somewhere you went, somewhere you visited, or someone that you have been going into their home, or they have been coming into your home. The only way that you can get bed bugs is to frequent areas with bed bugs, or have friends or family visit who have bed bugs. That's the only way that you can get bed bugs. They have to come from somewhere. This is one of the biggest complaints that I get from people every day. You have bed bugs. The bed bugs come in because you visit somewhere. Say you go to a movie theater. You pick them up in the movie theater. You bring them home. You go to the library. You check out books. You bring them home. They're full of bed bugs. That's how you got the bed bugs. If you've got friends or family and you know they have bed bugs, then they will bring they're going to continue to bring bed bugs in your home. You need to change your habits. I've gotten rid of bed bugs before for people. I have one family in particular that I'm thinking about whose son actually lives in a halfway house, and he comes to visit, and they make him strip outside, before he's able to come in. He has to leave all of his luggage out on their carport. He's not allowed to bring anything in the house because they know where he lives has bed bugs. He's brought them to their house before. I killed their bed bugs like 5 years ago. I killed their bed bugs. They called me about a year ago. I had to go back out there and kill their bed bugs again. They know they were coming from their son. You can't just tell your son, look, stop coming to my house. I understand that. But you need to understand that it's not the exterminator's fault that you have the bed bugs. It's because someone is bringing them into your home, and it might even be you. Pay attention to where you visit. Are you going to schools? Are you going to places people frequent? Do you work with the public? Do you work for hospitals? Do you work for nursing homes? Nursing homes are really bad for bed bugs because, people have to sleep there. And so they typically do get infested with bed bugs. The school system. Do your kids go to school? Do you have kids? Do they go to school? Do they ride the bus? School buses have been known to be infested with bed bugs. I've had customers that the children were bringing bed bugs in off of the school bus. There's nothing you can do in that instance. The only thing you can do is preventative maintenance. I know this sounds like, he's just the pest control guy trying to talk me into hiring some pest control professional because that's the only way. But you can do your own pest control. You can. Yeah, my wife's sitting here giving me advice. You could homeschool your children. I do that. I homeschool my kids. It's actually a really good way to educate your children. If you've got the time, educate your kids. You teach them. There are ways that you can, I don't want to tell you to get a different job. If you work as a nurse and you've got a really good job working for, a nursing home or a hospital, or a daycare. Daycares.
Travel and you have to stay in hotel rooms.
Oh, yeah. Travel and hotels. You can. All right. Now, I'm going to give you a product you can use. A product that's very effective on bed bugs. I use Crossfire. Now, depending on, this video or when you're viewing this video, hopefully it's still legal. I don't know. YouTube keeps videos forever. But Crossfire is an amazing chemical. You can use it in your luggage. You can use it. I don't treat your clothing or anything like that with it. You can wash your clothes. But you could treat your luggage bags. You can treat your closets. You could treat the areas that you place your luggage for preventative bed bugs, so that if for some reason you go to a hotel, the hotel has bed bugs, they get in your luggage and you bring them home, then the bed bugs will die in your luggage, or they will die when you put them in your closet. Because not everybody wants to actually treat their their carry-on bag or their luggage. Airplanes, that gives me another, airplanes get bed bugs. They get them in the carry-on compartment. City buses, Greyhounds. Do you travel in a Greyhound? If you take your luggage and put it in the luggage compartment above your head, there are other people that are putting their luggage up there too. You can get bed bugs in the luggage compartments. So understand that if you continue to have a problem where, you've tried extermination, the exterminator is not coming in your house. He's not going to drop bed bugs off of his, person. He's not going to bring them in. The only way that you can get bed bugs is from somebody. Now, exterminators can bring them in. I actually brought bed bugs home to my home one time. It wasn't actually live bugs. It was the eggs were actually on my pants from where I had done a very infested home with bed bugs, and the eggs from the bed bugs were actually on the fibers of my pants, my work pants. I caught it. I washed them. I got rid of them. I actually didn't infest my house. It is possible that exterminators can bring bed bugs in your home.
And with a vacuum.
But do what?
With a vacuum.
Oh yeah, with a vacuum. Yeah. Yeah, because a vacuum can a lot of exterminators have started offering vacuum services. People will, I don't want to use brands or anything or actual specific exterminators because some exterminators may not do it. But, they'll come in and they'll offer vacuuming services. They'll vacuum your baseboards. They'll vacuum your mattresses and your box springs and try to suck all the the bed bugs and stuff off of your bed, and then they take that vacuum into someone else's property and they try to clean the bed bugs off of their bed. And I have had exterminators tell me that they have brought bed bugs home that way from the vacuum cleaners. Even though the vacuum is a sealed compartment, the bed bugs can get out of the vacuum. They're very teeny tiny. And if left overnight in your home, they can get back out of the vacuum. I'll give a piece of advice. You can treat the inside of your vacuum, so that when the bed bugs get sucked up in the vacuum, they die. I have known of people that have used mothballs in their vacuum cleaner. Like 1 or 2 mothballs inside a vacuum bag or inside the canister, so that when the bed bug gets sucked up in there, if you actually know you're sucking up bugs and they're going to go in the vacuum, they'll die when they get in the vacuum. That actually sounds like a really smart idea that people have done. Now understand, if you put a mothball in your vacuum, it's going to make your whole house smell like mothballs every single time you use your vacuum cleaner. So hopefully this is, oh, well, looks like I got another idea here. Now that looks like Hobbit. Habits. Oh, yeah. Sorry, my wife is giving me all kinds of pointers over here, because this is actually her idea of a video, because it's something that does come up pretty regularly. It is a question I get asked from people all the time, is how am I getting bed bugs? Why do they keep causing me problems? Why is it that my friends and family don't have them? Why is it that so-and-so hasn't been having them in their house? And here's a question. Do you do thrift shopping? Do you go to the Goodwill? Do you shop secondhand? Have you gotten a bed? Have you gotten a brand new bed? Or have you gotten a used bed? Are you a dumpster diver? Do you go and get things out of dumpsters? Do you try to get furniture for nothing, out of a dumpster or something that's been in someone else's house? Because of the steady influx of bed bugs, a lot of your home delivery services, like if you get white glove delivery. Now, a lot of people may not understand what white glove delivery is, but what it is when you order a bed, like this is a bed, and they'll deliver it to your home, and they will put it in your bedroom. They'll bring it all the way in and set it up in your bedroom. It's just a service that some furniture companies will provide for, of course, an upcharge, but and a lot of people find it's like that's easier. But the thing is, it's been in a bed. I'm sorry, not a bed, in a truck, where maybe they do mattress delivery and they take old mattresses away from people's houses. And the trucks, I actually used to work for a guy one time. They did rental furniture, so they did rent to own furniture. And when they would go in and bring a bed into a home, they would take the old bed and the old mattress away. They actually ended up infesting their trucks with bed bugs, and everywhere they had to be very careful. We had to actually treat their trucks and everything, because if you didn't treat their trucks and they brought those bed bug infested pieces of furniture into their moving trucks, the bed bugs would get onto the new furniture, brand new furniture, not just used furniture, brand new furniture. You bring a brand new bed into your house, still wrapped in plastic, and has bed bugs on it because it got it off of the truck that delivered the furniture to you. So there's lots of different ways that you can get bed bugs. Just take a step back, look at yourself, look at where you've been, where you're traveling, where you're going to. And this is how you can eliminate bed bugs 100%. Don't bring them in the first place. Everybody makes mistakes, I understand, but there are ways to eliminate getting them again in the future.
There is a caveat to that, though.
What is that?
Bat bugs.
Oh, bat bugs? Yeah. I'll go into bat bugs on another video. I actually have some live bat bugs in a jar, and I have some bed bugs as well. The bat bug has probably died, because if they don't get a blood meal, they'll die. But I do have some bed bugs and some bat bugs. I'm going to do a comparison video so you can tell the difference. And so hopefully that's something that I'll get up here within the next week or so. It's a little bit of editing that needs to be done. It takes me a lot of time when I do a video like that. So hopefully that'll be coming very soon. Like the channel if you're interested in seeing something like that. Leave me a comment below if you have any questions at all. Look me up on Facebook, Green Acres Pest Control LLC. Ask me any questions. A lot of times questions that are asked there get addressed directly in a video, because it's something that people want to know about, people are curious about, and I try to answer everybody's questions as best as I can to the best of my ability. So you guys have a really great day. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my patrons. You guys are great. I really appreciate it. Patreon is a server that they take donations where and I take those donations directly and apply them to needy families in Virginia, and I give them, you know, pest control services at very affordable rates. You know, bed bugs and things that are very expensive and hard to get rid of, I try to give them discounted and sometimes even free, so that they can have their services taken care of just like anybody else. You guys have a really great evening. I really appreciate it. Like and share the channel. Spread it around. Hopefully this will help you guys eliminate your bed bugs 100%. Thanks.